Return to the Crystarium. Oh my gosh. Take this, Mana, my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower's systems in the umbilicus. Even if the smallest fragment of Elidibus essence remains, it should be able to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lina for existence. Lina. Chances are she still stands watch at the Accenture's gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest, that I am happy, hardships and all. Oh my gosh. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. I'm actually so stunned, but so happy that the MSQ is sending me back to the first. That's like genuinely incredible. That's genuinely incredible. I didn't think I'd come back here. I'm just so, I mean, it's probably just for a little bit, but... Oh my god! Mana, you are returned. Have you been well, you and the others? Then things are much the same for you as they were here. My lord is doubtless enjoying himself. He said this to you, these exact words. Oh, to know that he is happy, it fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Mana, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself, futile a request though it is. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debates rages on over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of a mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our Lord. No one could. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Reen came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. She and other Crystarium youths just hosted a festival, you see. It proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well. I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say. I will be along as soon as I can. Man, I would have thought that the MSQ would have just abandoned this place. I'm just so happy. So happy to be back. The following event cannot be skipped. That sounds like a solo duty. That sounds scary. Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Mana? Hi. Ha! It is. Full glad am I to see you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we're planning to produce a tome chronicling the events of the Flood to the Knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insight into the travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. There is no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me, just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? I don't know what the last option is, but I'm gonna pick it. To truly, I never would have guessed, but if I could, I suppose I would have had to ask. Oh, I don't know what I said. 'Tis a tremendously eye-opening answer, and we will see that your account of this battle features prominently in the tome. I know you'd love to talk your ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Mulemore won't collect themselves. Of course, and afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Till next time, then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular. Remind him not to overexert himself, again and again till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Oh! It's her! It's really her! What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not, Riki. You'd only give her a stomachache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know that I want to be a mage, Arkhill isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up an axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about lots of things. He isn't here? Aw. Oh, why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkhill best? Axe, sword, or bow? I say bow. The bow? If you took up the bow, you could be just like... Rendaray, the Warrior of Light! Aww. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though. I hope it's still there. Thank you for helping me decide Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Who else? Who else? Who wants some? Such fun she's been having basking in adoration of musty old bookworms and white-eyed younglings. But does she spare a thought for me? Of course not. Oh, I know who that is. That's Fayul. Fayul! I waited and waited and waited. But she won't so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is. Cold and cruel and heartless. Oh, faithful Fayul, loveliest of branches, how have I missed you? If you truly missed me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time, though for there to be a next time, you've some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Feyfolk is bound to that of the star. Whether it goes, so do we follow, such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Ah, but here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits at Tale's End. Oh. Oh. My apologies for the delay. Mana, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, so you may enter at your leisure. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling, like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that. I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin, never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Mana, what are you not telling me? I have to know. Please, it doesn't matter how terrible it is. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amarot has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the First, so don't worry about us, please. Look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold on until you can find a way to save all our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. Thank you, Reem. Hope upon a flower. You're headed to the umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena, decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again, I'm certain of it. We've lived through the flood and the tyranny of the Light Wardens. We're survivors. Do what you need to do, and know that we will too.
biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
Can I talk to Elidibus, please?
Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all. So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share. Why apologize for receiving a favor of the defeated? If it sits ill, consider it payment for freeing Lord Zodiac from servitude. Where to begin? Ah, the end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey? Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the Ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden, and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
Really? This is one of the last maps? Really? I could just... Really? There's no way, right? You're teasing me, right? I'm gonna try to click this and it'll be like, you can't attune to this. The device is reminiscent of an aetherite. Perhaps it's possible to attune with it. No way! Really? Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. Stop teasing me! The man stands dutifully by the aetherite-like device, a guide for this facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elizabeth sworn, it appears your form is intangible. This is the right place, yes? Propyleon. Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propyleon. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing, and it seems neither does she. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lematorum and the recreated Amarat. It would seem you have made it to your destination. You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. You suspect this door leads outside, but how to open it?
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Oh no.
Who you are, perhaps. But I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Oh. Ooh.
Satisfied?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose she created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded?
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant. You may open your eyes.
Oh, I'm big. I'm big. I'm big like you.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings. I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
Oh my god, Oh my god. Hythlodaeus. I've been saying hi, Hythlo. I'm sorry. Hythlodaeus. You're cute. You're cute. You're cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Say something, Hades.
Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14. And how might we address you, my new friend? A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here. You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here? Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility. which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
Emmett Silk, you look like a Kingdom Hearts.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
And I'm allowed to come here.
This presence.
I'm allowed to come here. Huh? What are you?
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
You're cute. Who are you?
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
I can't believe this is allowed, but I'll get over it. Elpis, wow. There's gonna be S ranks on Elpis? Really? I can do this? In case you didn't know, it's rude to stare. Stop. No way! 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 This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out a hand to the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring form anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. I will enjoy it very much. Oh my god. Mystery present? Now then, our friend Hermes. Aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let us seek him out there first. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emmett Silk wishes to keep a low profile for his errands, so... Do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. No, in that case, Emmett Silk. No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of ether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes, you think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. This must be like the Sea of Clouds looking thing on the concept art. No one, no. Wait, what am I doing? I want to talk to NPCs, of course. I want to talk to NPCs. These Those researchers are from the Academia Eneder's Words of Helmerit, here to observe the state of the local flora. I wish they would give equal attention to the ambient environment specifically. Now, how much noise are you going to... Are they adding to it with their little debate? What are you? What are you? Oh my god. No, leave me be. Leave me be. Leave me be. I'm here to have peace and harmony. Not fight, not fight. No means no. Just be grateful I'm even willing to wait. Yes, these creatures should suffice. An etheric rope. I want you to use to capture, shall we say, 2 Petalodoi. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now, I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your ether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the Petalodoi first. Good luck! Remember, it's a pair of Petalodoi we require. Any 2 different kinds should serve. No, yeah. You've got the Petalodoi? Come, let us see. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now for a spot of reversion. There it is, ready. It's nothing fancy, but then we're trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. Oh, it's fine. There's no one around to tell us off, and besides, we can always make more Petalodoi. They need only a tiny amount of ether. It may take some effort to get the form and composition right, but anyone familiar with the concept should be able to manage. Well and good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at the very least it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Emmett Silk speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best simply to say that you're a familiar. The question is, whose? I can be your familiar. Oh, of course, Azam's. Oh, okay, I can be Azam's familiar. If you say you belong to her, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Exploiting our associate's absence. For lack of her presence, absolutely. Were she here, she'd have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errands. I can dye it? Wow. Look at me. Look at me. Yes, let's go. As dubious as it is, passing off as Azam's familiar is probably the best approach. Should she take offense that others so readily believe her recklessness is to blame, she is welcome to mend her ways. Pass as a child in your original size? I think not. Augmented or no, your ether is still far too thin to be considered normal. If you are ready, let us continue along the path to Gnorisis. The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! What do you ancients think of my motorcycle? Oh shit, I forgot to talk to them. Yes, can I help you? We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? Well, now, by your mask, I assume you are one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. The Chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Hythlodaeus, while I've never met Hermes, you know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Emmett Silk and I can discern the colors of souls. By the same token, we can also see ether quite keenly, and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is as much of your own for your own enjoyment, like it is not, but point taken. Point taken. Oh my god. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. So you know, it's because we're in Elpis that we don't have our cowls up. A special exempt due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you to possess any. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let us find our man. This is just heaven is all. My, what a curious familiar. I suppose your creator sent you here to learn our ways and perhaps achieve some degree of enlightenment. So what would you ask me? Tell me about yourself. Like most of my colleagues here at Anagnorisis, I am charged with observing the various creations in our care and assessing their sustainability for life on Aetherius. It's an enormous responsibility, of course, though the sense of achievement from bringing new species into the world makes it all worthwhile. What kind of place is this? Anagnorisis is one of the most important facilities in Elpis, as it is here that we ascertain the various merits and shortcomings of the various flora and fauna in our care. It derives its name from the ethos at the center of our work, and that being the discovery of the creation's true nature. Only by allowing them to coexist in an environment such as this do they reveal unto us the essence of their being. I can't believe this is allowed. 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 Haha, that is such a funny face. So this is our guy. This is the guy. Hi. Hi, Fan Daniel.
You are...
Oh. Different. You're different too. You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be... Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
Ah, I see you found him.
Hythlodaeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You were of the convocation.
Emmet Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to... Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
An ambystoma is missing.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb, with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The ambystomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
I'll help, too!
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.